You don't have to be afraid. God has great plans for you. This child is his way.
The First Omen, as the name suggests, is supposed to be the origin story of the Omen franchise and is a prequel to the 1976 classic movie The Omen, which I think is one of the greatest horror movies Hollywood has ever produced. And I still remember that background music was just so spooky and perfect for a movie on the Antichrist. So, despite being the origin story, the First Omen is going to be the sixth installment in this franchise. Well, a franchise that has not really had a lot of great movies except the one that started it. Now, coming to the First Omen, the plot of the movie revolves around Margaret, played by Nell Tiger, who is an American but is sent to Rome to work for the service of the church. But before she can take the vial, she has to serve in an orphanage. However, on her time in serving in Rome is when she discovers a lot of events and mysterious happenings that make her question on what are the things that are taking place in the church, which kind of makes her visit to Rome terribly horrifying. The movie is set in the year 1971, which is 5 years before the 1976 original movie when Damien is shown to be born. So, from the plot point of view, what the First Omen majorly has to deal with is what are the mysteries that are kept hidden in the orphanage where Margaret is doing her service, and how does this mystery connect to the birth of the Antichrist, that is, Damien. Now, let's talk about the things in the movie that I liked. Number one, the actors. Starting with Nell Tiger, who portrays Margaret Dino, is one of the best things about the First Omen. She faces challenges and experiences a dramatic change in herself. Nell takes center stage in every scene she appears in, evolving from a hopeful and bright eyed adolescent to a tortured but ultimately a strong one. As Sister Sylvia, Sônia Braga also does a wonderful job at making you feel uneasy with her harsh and severe demeanor. Another enigmatic figure is Nicole Sores, who plays Carita Sinia brilliantly. The actors have performed brilliantly throughout the movie, and the remainder of the ensemble contributes significantly to the plot. What I also liked is how the directors and makers have carried the Omen legacy. With all its symbolism, 70s vibes, earthy color palettes, and sneaky scares that will stay and increase once you turn off your lights every time. The First Omen is unapologetically an Omen film. In addition to reminding us of what made the 1976 movie line, "It's all for you, Damien," so terrifyingly famous, Stevenson and her co writers Keith Thomas and Tim Smith also immediately make the case for the necessity of providing an origin story for Damien, the Antichrist raised by Gregory Peck and Lee Remick, the American diplomat, and his wife. Working on a franchise of this size is not really very easy, especially for horror films. Fortunately, Arkasha Stevenson provides a sufficiently deep and terrifying story. The director gets the dark backdrop just right because she has much experience with the world of churches and the people who attend them and engage in immoral activities. She makes a good impression despite the cliches and stereotyping. Akansha takes risk by including a number of gory sequences that could cause some individuals to shield their eyes. Among the things that I thought could be better in the movie was that the first half of the movie is a little slow. It takes time for the movie to build in the suspense. A lot of scare tropes seem to be repetitive and redundant in few places without really leaving any actual impact. What I also feel is because we know this is the origin story and everyone is so well versed with the plot of the original Omen movie that we very likely know what is going to happen in the climax, hence making it a lot predictable, which is not entirely the writers or the director's fault though. Having said that, I think the first Omen is a pretty cool addition to a franchise that definitely needed this scary installment. If you are a horror movie fan, this movie should deserve a watch from your end. This was about the first omen. If you like the video, please press the like button and subscribe to the channel for more such content.
Bad things will start to happen around her. Evil things.
It's all for you. No, don't. It's not real. 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 Who said that?